Hello, everybody. I hope you're well. It's just a quick one from me today. I just wanted to give you a couple of things to look at and to concentrate on over this sort of festive period. The market kind of drops off a cliff. Been pretty good up to now, but from now on until New Year, really, it'll be very, very slow. So I thought I would just reach out to you all, and there's a couple of messages that I want to give you all. So let me quickly share my screen. So there's something I picked up. I've been doing a lot of audio books over this year, and the one I'm reading at the moment is Mark Douglas, and I posted it today on my Instagram, and it is incredible. This really made sense to me. He talks about the three different types of trader, and in my mind, it was quite clear that it's kind of like an uptrend, downtrend, and I don't want to be anywhere near this. So let me just run through it. So the three types of trader, about 5% of every single trader that's out there is a winner. So they steadily grow their account. They suffer losses like everyone, but their losses are small and considered, and they're accepted. Then they're on a slow uptrend up. So if you imagine the line is your account, this is the kind of winning, slow and steady pace of a winning trader, their account. Second is sort of a loser, which is sort of, I don't know, another 40% of the market. And that's where they're the complete opposite of the winner. They have some wins, but mainly losses, slow and steady decline. They're actually very close to being in this group. They're just, they're missing. And then you have number three, which is a whopping sort of 55% of the market. Really makes sense, to be honest. You get they're called the boom and bust. So they massively over leverage. They haven't learned risk management. There's some real highs. It's almost like a roller coaster. Real highs, big lows, real highs. And these type of people are the people that they say trading doesn't work. They say that it's a scam. They say that it's impossible, and they end up blowing their account. They lose all their money. The market's taken from them. It's the market's fault. Nothing to do with them. The boom and bust. So I know most of you pretty well. I know that none of you really fit into category number three. But the difference between one and two, it's all about your attitude. And I'll explain what I mean, because I'm not perfect. I've been in this boat many times, and like listening to this audiobook, I was just like, this guy is literally explaining me, especially in my early days when I was learning all this. So just like imagine this, yeah? So imagine what you are thinking if you're on a losing streak. All right, you've done your market analysis, you've used the scanner, you've applied your strategy, whatever you're doing, multiplier, scanner source, smart money, whatever you're doing, and you find your analysis tells you, right, you're at entry. This is the time where you would get in. But something in your mind says, well, the last 3 times I've done this, I've lost. So I'm just going to check another couple of confirmations, which you wouldn't normally do. And you're almost in this sort of mindset where you're trying to talk yourself out of putting the trade on. It's like self-sabotage. And everything the same until now. Instead of just executing the trade, you're looking for more confirmations. Oh my days, I've been there. So you keep an eye on it. You're looking at, oh, this isn't at a fib level, or this doesn't tie in with the news, or it's in the middle of a big range of price, or whatever the excuse may be. Everything else is lined up though. Don't forget, like your strategy's triggered, but you don't execute. You then see it start to go into your where you would be in profit. Think, fear of missing out jumps in. This devil on your shoulder. Yeah, you should have trusted yourself. Good one. Good trade that. It's not too late to get in. All of a sudden, you know, the longer it goes on, the bigger the risk of you missing out, and the bigger the stop loss needs to be. So your risk reward drops, and then you think, it's too late. And what ends up happening is you do nothing, and that winning trade has passed you by. All right, that's you, that's me. That could have been you in the past. You know, that is the mindset that creates that. On the flip side, you've got a winning trader. You got 3 consecutive wins. You know, you feel like on the tip of euphoria. You know, you're right at the tip of greatness. Like your vision's changed. You know, you think, I've cracked it. This trading game, you know, I've actually finally figured it out. And you're like, right, I see this on the scanner. I see this trade, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna max out this trade. I'm gonna put on like 10% of my account. Won all the others. This is the one that, you know, I'm ready to rock. And again, you get your entry confirmations. You jump in the market. You may have risked 20% of your account or something silly, and it goes the other way, or it starts to go in a drawdown. And what you'll experience then is like this euphoria to panic. And it all comes from us. We are the variable in the market. The market is totally neutral, just does its thing. It's us that interpret what's happening. It's us that can really suffocate our success. So that trade, you know, starts, you know, flittering around. You've won 3 on the bounce, so law of averages. Really, this one is probably going to be the one that loses, isn't it? You know, if you're 1 in 4 that lose, you're a 75% success rate, which is amazing. But this one, you've over leveraged. Yeah, you're now babysitting your trade. You're now checking your phone every 5 minutes. You know, that isn't a trade. That isn't a trader trading. Do you see what I mean? You know, when the philosophy of a trader is to give you time. Yeah, you can do whatever you want with that time. But if you're putting on these large positions and you are emotionally invested, you know, it's going to be tricky for you. So that type of winning mentality turning into a loser is this boom and bust. Okay, the mindset and the success that category 1 has is they are robotic. They do the same thing every time. They know they're going to lose. When they lose small. Yeah, so when they lose, they might lose 1% of their account. But they know that a win is around the corner, and that's going to keep them in profit. So slow and steady wins the race. Okay, slow and steady wins the race. And if you've got any kind of like conflicting thoughts while you're on the chart, just step away. Just get away until you know you can come back as neutrally as you can and follow your strategy and execute. All right, your mind will stop you from being profitable. And when you harness the power of your thoughts, this is where 2021 I see for all of us being a massive year. So we've spent so much time dedicated to learning. What a lot of people do is when they are not having success, they will look to the one thing they think can control their success, which is the market. So they'll learn something more about the market. They'll learn a new strategy. They'll learn more about higher time frames. They'll look at liquidity zones. They'll look at, you know, something that isn't. They'll look to the market for the answers. The market doesn't have the answers. All right, the answers are in you. So if you're at a point where if you're in number 2 at the moment, you want to get to number 1. The strategy you've learned isn't the problem. All right, the strategy works. Every strategy works. What you should be investing your time in is really developing yourself, thinking about you know, your mindset. I talk about it all the time. I'm not ever going to apologize for it because I believe in it so much. One thing you from no one wants to be in the number 3 category. No one really wants to be a number 2, but you've got to kind of feel the pain. But this would show to me if you're in number 2, you're 1 step away from getting into number 1. All right, slow and steady downward trend if you want. You know, usually will just be in your mind. You might be sabotaging yourself in some trade. You know, it's just a flick of the switch. Boom, you're into category 1. So there's no quick wins with this. It's commitment, effort, being self-aware, having discipline. You know, personal development is something that we can all do, and we should all be doing at all times. I talk about it all the time. And some of my best friends that are in this organisation with us, you know, some of them have told me they've had this sort of light bulb moment where they think the strategy is easy. And before, I was playing lip service for personal development and mindset, and you know, all the wishy-washy stuff. I was exactly the same, and I've never really done it before, and now I do it all the time. I look forward to it. So you know, there's I think I put in the group that there was a Telegram group created by Amey Finance with loads of audio books. There's also a like, if you prefer reading, there's one for where you can download books, you know, onto your Kindle or whatever. So all those things, the resources are there for you guys. It's just, you got to do it. Second, this will be quick. So if you want to be that profitable trader, if you want to have that kind of change in your lifestyle, that, you know, we're all here to make money. Let's not beat around the bush. Whatever that money represents, that's why we're in the market. Write down 100 goals. Okay, not 5, not even 10. At least 100 goals. And why is that? So we talk about mindset. We talk about you know, determination. We've talked about you know, your thoughts and stuff like that. Personal development. You know, on those tough days where you're feeling frustrated, you know, you feel like oh my god, I can't do this. You know, it's your goals that you need to remind yourself of all the time. They need to be visual. Most people anyway. Have a list of goals. Having 5 or 10 goals is easy. Anyone can write that. When you're tasked with writing 100, you know, you really start to imagine like your wildest dreams. You know, having a holiday, like a once-in-a-lifetime holiday, a new house, a new car, a new wardrobe, whatever it is. You know, weekends away with your friends. Whatever the goals are, once you get to like 15, I promise you, 20, you're going to start really, really digging into things that, like, they might be small, they might be big, and there should be a mixture. But I tell you what, when you start working through your goals, you start ticking off. You know, one for me was taking my son to Anfield. So we went on the stadium tour. We had the best day out. We had the best few days in Liverpool. Tick. You know, my goals, I'm realising some of my goals. And all of a sudden, it all clicked. Like, trading is just a way to get me there. You know, it's not anything more, you know, scientific than that. That's just literally the vehicle to get me to my goals. If we haven't got goals, what are we doing it for? So write 100 goals. You got time over Christmas, you know, have fun with it, involve the family. I know people that have got like vision boards up in their living room and their whole family are looking at it all the time. And you know, do what works for you, but really commit. Write down your goals. If you can get more than 100, I've tried to write 300, and I'm at about 120. So it isn't well, it depends who you are, but I don't find it that easy to get past 100. And for those of you that don't know, I've posted in this group before about the Fastrack to Freedom. Now, this is something I arranged after really understanding what a funded account can do for you, me, and the people that are yet to join the academy. So the aim of the group is to qualify. The only reason you'll be in there is to learn your skill or whatever, to qualify for a funded account. So I've been, the last 8 weeks, every Wednesday we meet for a Zoom call. That's in stage 1 process. So stage 1 is the education. that's where you learn your strategy. You know, you really hone your skills. It's a safe environment where we all get together and we talk about things that we're struggling with, successes we've had. We do chart markups. You know, we do it. I host a call every Wednesday. You know, to fast track you through your education. You know, we've got someone that's willing to listen to the areas that you're finding difficult, help you. You know, it's structured every week. We meet at the same time. The reason this group was created is, you know, trading on a budget is difficult. You know, if you're putting a lot size of, you know, 0.01, 0.04, you know, it's going to take you a long time to make enough money for you to make a substantial change. Also, I found personally, when I was putting on low lots, you know, I was up 4, 5, 6, 10%, you know, on my account. It might only be maximum of £100. Now, £100 doesn't change my life, unfortunately. You know, it's a nice little bit on the side, but I'm in this to make, this is what I want to do forever. So what that meant for me is I started to overtrade. So I was doing more and more trades, because if I just carry on doing what I'm doing, I can reach 20%, 30%. All of a sudden, I had these sort of phase 2 situations where I was winning some, losing, winning some, losing, winning some, losing. You know, it's a nightmare. So the funded account is the way to fast track you to your freedom, whatever that looks like, whether that's dropping down part-time hours, giving up your job full-time, whatever it is, who knows. When you've done your education and you're confident to start sort of practicing, that's where we get into stage 2, which is the demo test. At the moment, there's only a few of us in that group, so we haven't started doing live trading, live anything. We're not doing any Zooms yet, but that's something I want to do for next year. And the whole point of that stage is to get you to a point where you're able to take your demo test for your funded account and pass. You then go into stage 3, which is where you are actually free. You know, you're on a funded account. You know, you might want to give it a few months before you make some drastic decisions, but that's when, you know, you've achieved it. You've got a funded account. You know, you're at a position where things are, you're literally on the edge of being very different. If you want more information about the Fast Track to Freedom, I've got lots of video content. There's lots of stuff on YouTube. I can send you stuff. Reach out to me if you want to be a part of it. You can join at any stage. So there's people that have come in recently that have gone straight into stage 2 because they know what they're doing with the strategy. Just reach out to me if you want some more explanation. Just let me know. That's something that I'm really passionate about. I want to help people achieve their goals, and the demo test, the funded accounts, all comes from your education. It's all about trading. That's all we talk about, trading and mindset. Just hit me up, let me know. Also, I have been asked by Des to do an interview with him. So he wants to ask me a bit about, you know, the demo test group and the Fast Track to Freedom. There's some other stuff I've got going on as well, which I am looking for sharing with you all. So if you want to be a part of that, in terms of just supporting me, then I'd really, really appreciate it. It's going to be on the 2nd of January at 8, which I believe is a weekend, and it'll be on Zoom and Facebook Live. So even if you just like and share it on Facebook, you know, anything like that, comments and stuff, questions you've got for me, anything like that would be greatly appreciated. So that is coming as well. But I hope you found that helpful. Normally I host a call with my phase 1 guys. Tonight we're not doing that because we're so close to Christmas. I can't believe it. So I just wanted to put this video out there for you and everyone that's part of the team, just so that we're sort of all pulling towards one goal. And you know, if you're unaware of what's going on, now you know a bit more. Reach out to me if you want any more information. But for now, I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. Christmas Eve tomorrow. I literally can't believe it. Like, enjoy time with your friends, your family. You know, relax. It's been one hell of a year. Let's be honest, one hell of a year. So you've all deserved a bit of a break, I'm sure. So Merry Christmas all, and I'll speak to you all soon.